my dreams. There's a red eye in the sky.
A red eye?
The eye stared at us. I followed Spark and ran. But then Spark disappeared. I was up, night fell, and then... I don't remember what happened. Don't be afraid, Ruby. We're here with you.
You're back, Executor.
Miss Lynn, how is Ruby?
Lyra said that Ruby woke up from a nightmare, but
Inners?
Innis was the name of the second city built by Meroria to house its increasing population, but Ruby has never been to that underwater. Besides, Ruby is yet to be able to accurately debrief us. I mean, she was just woken up and is not completely stable.
Lynn, are you going away again?
We'll be back soon. I promise.
Doctor's brain activity remains at a low level. We've attempted to apply different amounts of weak electrical stimulation without success. Dr. Clive suggests that we transfer Dr. Rubilia to the listener testing ground for in-depth studies, but I feel that's...
We cannot treat Rubilia as one of them. We'll discuss this later. Tianlong, did you say Dr. Rubilia was found inside an Abyssin?
More accurately, it's from inside the Abyssin's brain. I'm not sure whether the Abyssin evolved from Rubilia, or if the Crystamax implant caused changes in her, which made common low-level gray space entities see her as one of them. However, we have no way of knowing if this also works on higher-level Abyssins and what the
Sadly, the Doctor is unable to communicate with us. But judging by Ruby's dreams...
Ruby said she saw a glowing red eye in her dreams. I wonder if she's talking about that alien ruin in the Abyss. It does resemble an eye in a glance.
But Ruby has never been to the confounding Abyss and seen the ruins.
Maybe Ruby and Rubilia share a special bond that links their senses or consciousness. Ruby's dream may be a projection of Rubilia's dreams.
I agree with Lynn. It also matches the data we found in the lab. The gray space entities share a hive consciousness.
Right, that makes sense. The message Rubilia left in the Abyss also clearly states that she's been affected by the voices in her head. But these are all hypotheses. We'll have to wait for Dr. Rubilia to regain her consciousness to be sure. Before that, she could only relay information to us
Everyone, everything that has happened today is on a need-to-know basis. We cannot reveal Dr. Rubilia and Ruby's identities to the denizens of Meroria. Lyra, you and Dr. Clive must find a way to wake Dr. Rubilia up ASAP. In the meantime, the facility must remain secure. And about Ruby. Lynn, you'll be responsible for her. Please take care of her.
Yes, sir.
As for Innis, we still don't know what Rubilia was trying to say. But if she has really become a part of Abyssin's hive consciousness, then she holds much information that is vital to us. I will have Innis's security level raised. Even though there is currently no gray space entity activity there, Meroria must still be prepared.
something bothering you, Shirley?
Miss Lin has been filling me in on exactly what's going on with Dr. Rubilia these past few days. But we're all a bit worried about what form exactly our reunion will take when the good doctor wakes. These concerns have prompted Archon Larson to transfer the doctor to the Silver Coast Research Station. What do you think? Do you think Dr. Rubilia will be back to her old self?
I don't think the process has stripped Dr. Rubilia of her human capacity for reason and thinking. Her actions seem to have a clear purpose. Like how she sent a message to Lin using the puppet singer. And when she bravely ventured alone into the abyss, she also left us with invaluable visual records in her lab and along the way. I think she must have prepared for the possibility that those who might come after her, like us, would need guidance.
Think of the sacrifices she's made to understand these gray space entities, and how horrible it must be to keep at arm's length, treated as something potentially dangerous.
It's a tough situation, but when she made these decisions, she must have had an inkling of what might happen.
I just hope everything she's done will turn out worthwhile in the end.
Executor, Miss Shirley, apologies for the intrusion.
What is it, Lyra?
I just picked up a message from the Silver Coast Research Station. Dr. Rubilia has awoken and revealed some very important information for all of us. Lin is already on her way there, and I wanted to ask you to come with me to help assess the situation.
Understood. We'll leave at once.
The doctor was only able to rouse herself briefly, which allowed for a short interaction with us. Then she returned to her isolation pod. She released some kind of black fog that has obscured all our attempts to observe what's going on inside the pod. Subsequent attempts at communication have met with no reply.
I see. And
She said that large numbers of gray space entities have been summoned by the Hive Mother and are heading for the deep ocean near Innis, where there are some things.
what's this Hive Mother? A gray space entity that's higher up the chain of command?
I'm afraid a definitive answer may require the doctor's input. Our main concern right now lies in Innis. The doctor has already warned us numerous times that the Second City is in extreme danger. That is, if we are to trust her words. Archon Larson has already put patrols near Innis on high alert. But recently, we haven't received any reports of a gray space entity intrusion, which is perhaps even more disconcerting than if we had. It's possible the gray space entities have found a way to cloak their arrival via an as-yet undetected method. My next question would be, what exactly is attracting them to the area? Director Ava, did Rubilia say anything more detailed in regard to Innis?
No, and I'm afraid she did not appear to be in the best state of mind. She claimed to be suffering under the effects of the Hive Mother's will. Stasis chamber data anomaly. Miss Lin, the doctors...
I can hear you.
Rubilia.
But the Hive Mother can hear you too.
Where is the Hive Mother?
In my head, whatever I see, whatever I hear, she hears and sees. And I can't escape her.
She can sense your surroundings somehow? Using your eyes?
Any gray space entity can become the eyes and ears of the Hive Mother if she so chooses. Right now, when the bulk of her attention is still focused on the...
What is this artifact under the sea that Innis possesses?
I don't know. I can't fully comprehend the will of the Hive Mother. All I...
Release her?
The Hive Mother herself is currently imprisoned within a cage of black stone. But the power of the cage is gradual...
A cage of black stone? Could it be deep under the sea at Innis?
I can't get any kind of accurate sense of the Hive Mother's current location.
It's difficult to imagine what kind of person could have the power to cage the Hive Mother. But I suspect the Blacks...
I don't know much about that. I have no access to the minds of those powerful Abyssins. I'm still trying to establish closer contact with them.
Rubilia?
The stasis chamber's readout has returned to normal.
Listen carefully. She is keeping a close eye on me, Innis. You...
If what the doctor just said is true, then I'm afraid the entire region may not be the friendly human habitat we imagined. I will inform Hykros headquarters of what has transpired here and request urgent reinforcements. We will have...
It doesn't look like the doctor is capable of many conversations in her present state, Archon Larson. But she must know even more than what she's...
Yes. We'll have to see whether we can minimize or cut off the Hive Mother's influence. It might help to stay...
Yes, sir.
For the time being, Dr. Rubilia will have to remain confined within her pod. We can't risk bringing her back to
Yes, sir.
As for Innis, Lin, can you organize a team to investigate?
Understood.
Time is against us. I suggest using the long-range space rift located within the station to reach Innis directly.
And as for Rubilia...
Don't worry, Miss Lin. We'll look after her.
Very well. Executor,